When I was forced from where I lived due to the sale of the property, and I didn't have the means or the money to get a new apartment, I began to be aware that I was homeless for the first time in my life. And the only thing I could think to do was to live in my car, which I did. And I did that for 2.5 years, thinking that I could surmount my problems, financial and otherwise, and find a place to live. But it never happened.
It was like being in the middle of a river, floating down the river, and you see people on the banks, but you're not a part of them. But you see them, but you're separate from them. And I didn't like that feeling.
And I spent a full winter 2 years ago, in the worst winter we've had in 50 years. I was forced off the road, and I no longer had a vehicle to live in. When a friend came to my aid, and he told me one thing. He said, veterans do not live in their cars. And he basically grabbed me and took me to the York County shelter, where I spent 75 days.
And when I realized that I wasn't going to sleep another night in the car, I just broke down like a baby. But it was like tears of joy.
It's a relief. Yeah.
You still feel that. That hasn't gone away.
And when I first went there, I was in a rough shape, and I was a little bit cantankerous and defensive. But through their care and their understanding, especially their understanding, because I almost left there twice, except for members of the staff. And I became a member of the Hewitt House in Saco, which is a transitional housing for veterans. And I was amazed. I was blind, legally blind, for months. And with the help of Susie Whittington, a homeless liaison with the VA, and Associated Eye Care, I regained the use of my eyes, and I could see again. I cannot thank them enough. I'm indebted to them for regaining my life, to be able to live a full and fruitful life the rest of my years. And I would urge any veteran who's on the street, who's living in their car, to give this a chance, because it's an opportunity you don't understand until you've actually experienced it. These people are here to help, and they've helped me immeasurably. And one thing that I've gotten back that's even more important than maybe even my eyesight is dignity. So I am living proof that it works, and I appreciate it very much.
I first met Bill York County Shelter back in February of 2016. Liked him instantly. Warm, gentle, humble, great guy. He asked if we could help him, and I promised him we'd do everything we could in our power to make sure he had housing. He was half blind at the time from cataract issues, and we told him we'd help him out with that too. Since that time, Bill epitomizes the philosophy of veteran services. Run towards life, embrace life, don't run away from it. Do it one day at a time, and never give up.